All right, we've got stuff to talk about. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your favorite mask collector's favorite mask collector, AJ Good, here at the House of Masks, where we unbox and review cool stuff almost every single day, but not today.
Not today, Satan.
No. Today we are going to be discussing a topic that was ultimately unavoidable with the day and age that we live in, and it's a topic that I think is going to ruin a lot of things moving forward for the hobby. And before we go any further and I tell you guys the story of the situation that developed yesterday that led to me making this video, I just want to go ahead and let you know right now at the beginning of the video that today we are going to be talking about AI. Our good old friend AI that's just made the internet so enjoyable since it kind of blew up over the last year or so. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some useful and helpful positive things about AI. I can't think of any of them right now, but I'm sure that somewhere there is something that AI has done to actually make the internet a better place.
Hey, I doubt it.
But for the most part, AI is not being used for any good. In fact, it's just being used to pollute the internet, and every day on every social media feed that I get on, I wonder why I'm still there, because instead of seeing cool stuff like real trains doing real things, I'm stuck seeing absolute dog shit like this. And I just hate it. AI sucks, and I hate it. AI? More like gay-I, am I right? Well, good old AI has obviously infiltrated just about everything from railroading to WWE-related stuff to every video that you see on YouTube except for mine. But for the longest time here in the mask world, we were safe from AI, and I think that's mostly because the mask world is made up of artists and people who want to purchase art, and we don't really like AI, so we had no use for it. But all good things must come to an end, and I can safely say now that AI has started to infiltrate the hobby, and boy oh boy, I hate it. Yesterday, I saw more than a handful of trusted mask makers in the hobby posting about another mask maker in the hobby potentially using AI to make masks. And I don't even mean in the sense of AI creating a digital file of a Joey Jordison replica mask that could then be 3D printed and then a mold made off of that. I mean, this person was just straight up using AI photos of masks that obviously didn't exist, and he was claiming that he made those masks and that those masks were for sale, which can't happen because AI isn't real. So a lot of these artists were kind of calling him out over the potential of using AI to make fake masks and sell non-existent masks, and I decided that I would give this guy the benefit of the doubt because I've known him for quite some time. I even have some of his work right here, and this is a really, really cool piece. But as you can see, it is not the highest quality piece. I mean, the sculpt is a sculpt that definitely already existed. This was someone else's Tattoo the Earth replica that he just kind of casted. I don't know if he purchased the mold or how that went. I have absolutely no idea, but all of these details seem to line up with another previously established Tattoo the Earth clown replica that had been out there for a few years. And I mean, even with the paint, the paint isn't the greatest thing that I've ever seen. It isn't bad, but there is a lot of overspray. The lines are very, very thick. There is absolutely no sort of layering done to the skin there, which is obviously pretty prominent on the actual Tattoo the Earth clown. And I think that that just shows an entry level or a beginner level of craftsmanship. And I'm not saying that this artist didn't get better, because I did receive this mask a few years back, but it would be a crazy leap in quality and skill if this mask maker went from making stuff like this to making stuff like this. This artist being Hydro_Tristan over on Instagram, for anybody that just wants to avoid this already. Now you know, who to avoid. Definitely not impossible, but it would still be pretty crazy to do that big of a jump in your skill level in just a few years. But again, not impossible. So, like I said, I reached out to said mask maker and I decided to see if I could just get the air cleared. That way we had absolutely no doubt that any sort of AI activity or any sort of misleading kind of marketing was going on with this artist. So as you can see from the photos that I'm showing you guys on the screen right now, there just seems to be a lot of things that don't quite add up. Like, a lot of this stuff looks computer generated. Even when you zoom in on the details, it all seems to be a little washed out. It doesn't seem like a true photo. For instance, you can see the edges of the Joey mask here that just seem a little fuzzy for as crisp as everything else is. And this isn't really a depth of field thing because, as you can tell from all of the other details on the mask, for instance, the nose sticks out super far, but that's in focus, and the scars that are at the forefront are also in focus. So every piece of this mask seems to be in focus. It kind of doesn't make any sense that that back edge, the top of the forehead there, is fuzzy for whatever reason. And it's not like a normal sort of fuzz. It's almost like some sort of digital glitch. We also have this Volume 3 Sid skull where you can see that the mouth just looks a little interesting. And again, this isn't proof that he's using AI by any means. This is just some things that don't seem to quite add up. Once again, we have this Sid Wilson We Are Not Your Kind sculpt, which looks a whole lot different than the last Sid Wilson We Are Not Your Kind sculpt that this same artist did, which he literally did less than a year ago, by the way. So look at the quality difference between this mask and the one that I'm about to show you, and think about the fact that he somehow got that much better in less than a year's time. That just doesn't make any sense. No one has ever gotten that much better that quickly. It looks like he almost just stuck a photo over a blank canvas, had AI mesh the two together, and this is what he came up with. And again, the photos are just this weird, sort of fuzzy, grainy, not quite right sort of finish. I don't know how to explain it, but you guys are looking at the same images that I am, so take it for what you will. Now, as I've mentioned a couple of times in this video, I gave the guy the benefit of the doubt. I just wanted to get to the bottom of it and have him prove that this wasn't AI, or at least AI enhanced, so that we could all move on. Everybody could just be friends and people wouldn't end up getting ripped off with a product that doesn't actually exist. And like I said, I've known this guy for quite some time, so I thought that in direct messages, in the DMs, it wouldn't be a big deal for him to just show me a quick video with one of the masks to prove that it's real, or photos of these masks being created and finished, or slightly different photos just on the fly that didn't quite look like the finished photos that he had been posting to his profile. I really didn't think that this would be a big deal. It would only take a couple of seconds, and I could publicly clear the air for everybody so that we could just all get along. I'm filming in here. My point is, I just wanted to clear the air and have everybody be happy, okay? I was like, hey, can you please just show me some proof that this is not an AI thing and that these are actually the masks that you are creating and selling, and this is exactly what people are going to get when they see these photos and they place an order with you. And I just got absolutely sandbagged for the better part of an hour, and I was told that he would post those photos on his own time and that he has nothing to prove to anybody. And it really got into a pretty sour state because I just kept telling him that this sort of thing is not going to make him look any better. That as an artist, if other artists are proclaiming and accusing you of using AI, you would probably want to clear that up pretty quickly, right? Whether it's out of respect for the craft itself, or it's out of respect for your potential customers, or if it's just out of respect for the hobby, and especially out of respect for yourself as an artist. It would take 5 seconds to snap a quick pic or take a quick selfie video of you holding one of these finished items to prove that you are not using AI. And while I don't necessarily think that he used AI from start to finish just to generate an image to sell his masks, I do think that he did sculpt these pieces, and I do think that there are finished masks, but I also do think that he used AI to enhance these photos and get them to a very strange kind of uncanny level, and I don't think that that's fair. I do think that that is false advertising, and I do think that using AI is lame. Hi, it's AJ from the future here, and while I was editing this video, I decided to go ahead and look over his profile one more time just to do a little bit more research. And I want to show you guys something that I also find odd. Now, at the beginning of the video, we talked about how it wouldn't be impossible for the quality to get to the level that he's gotten it to at this point in such a short period of time. But I want to show you guys some of the pieces that he was making literally 2 months ago, before these images that I've shown in the video so far started to come out of these new masks. And I want you to look at the difference in the quality. I kind of showed you a little bit with the Sid example earlier, but the masks that I'm showing you right now are kind of still current, like they were just posted a few weeks ago. So these are the pieces that you can tell that he definitely did sculpt himself, and they are by no means accurate whatsoever. They are not high quality. They honestly look kind of goofy. Like, what is this Corey Taylor mask? That thing is not good, not accurate, and you would never guess that the same artist that made this a month or two ago is also making the pieces that I showed you earlier in the video. So not only do I think that he's using AI to enhance his final product, but I do think that the masks that I've shown you guys in the video so far were kind of crafted by AI. Those might have been some sort of 3D printed things that he took clay pours of and then just slightly retooled a little bit. So that's my best guess. I can't say for sure, but there is a reason that masks from 2 months ago look like this, and then masks from a few days ago look like this. So just wanted to throw that in there because I felt like that was another important piece to this whole little investigative puzzle here, okay? Back to the video. It still seems like you would want to clear up as much as possible, and the fact that he was just kind of getting angry that he was even being questioned instead of just doing the right thing is weird to me. I don't think that it's a good sign. It's the equivalent of that one kid in middle school who always bragged about his super hot girlfriend, but anytime you'd ask who she was, he would say, dude, you wouldn't know her. She goes to a different school. Sure, buddy. Sure. So genuinely, from start to finish of the conversation, I just told him that I was trying to get everybody on the same page. I was trying to clear up any of the accusations. I was trying to rid his name of any sort of wrongdoing, and it just couldn't be that way. He was way too upset about it for whatever reason, and I think that's because he got caught. He did end up blocking me, which is also not a great sign if you haven't done anything wrong, but whatever. So the point of this video is to kind of give you guys some context as to what I am about to tell you guys as mask collectors and people in the hobby. Be weary of AI. It is literally replacing and infiltrating everything around us, and it has finally found its way into our hobby. From this point on, it is probably going to get harder and harder to realize what exactly is AI, meaning it is going to be easier and easier to get tricked by AI, and I want you guys to know what you're purchasing. You guys probably know that these masks aren't cheap and can range anywhere from $100 to $500 and upwards of $2,000 depending on what it is you're going for. And no amount of money is going to be a fun amount of money to lose to AI. I just don't want anybody out there to order a piece from an artist that is $200 and then when they open the box, what they get is definitely not what they saw online. So I'm letting you guys know to just be careful, okay? Do everything in your power to make sure that the transaction is legit and that the product itself is legit. Ask for progress photos. A lot of artists are not going to even think about the fact that you're asking for progress photos, and it's real simple to just snap a picture and send it your way. Ask for a finished video of the artist holding your mask next to his face. Anything that would be a little more difficult for AI to reproduce, I think, is the way to go. We live in the day and age of AI ruining everything, so it's just one of those things that people kind of have to adapt to. We, as buyers, have to adapt to the fact that we could be potentially being tricked by AI at any given point, and they, as artists, have to adapt to the fact that AI has kind of taken a big fat on everything creative and artistic, and even though it's our job, if we don't want to completely lose that job, we have to kind of work within the parameters of the time and the day and age that we live in, right? So, be weary, beware, just a heads up, get out there, buy some masks, enjoy the hobby, make the most of it, and support real artists doing real artistic things. I love you guys very, very much. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you've enjoyed it. I mean, not a whole lot to enjoy here about telling you guys that something is kind of infiltrating our hobby, but whatever. I hope that you got something out of this video, and I hope that you have a great transaction following this video with whoever you choose to purchase a mask from next. All right. Anyways, yeah, there's that. Fuck AI.